Hello, viewer. Hi. I don't know exactly who you are, viewer. You might be good at debates, you might be good at essay writing, but if you are good at either one of those two things, public speaking might also be for you. So I teach three things. I teach debate, essay writing, and public speaking. And my greatest conviction is that if you are good at debate, or if you are good at essay writing, you should definitely compete in public speaking. Public speaking is a wonderful sport. It is very similar to debate, it is very similar to essay writing. It is another way in which you can achieve success and show universities how amazing you are. I would highly recommend public speaking to almost any student that wants to get better at communication, that wants to be able to compete against other students and show how wonderful they are. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about public speaking, how public speaking works, and give you a rundown of the biggest public speaking tournaments in the world. Academic public speaking is basically an event or competition that allows you to give a speech on any given topic or format and be judged for your merits and your ability to deliver said speech. There are many different types of public speaking and many different types of public speaking competitions and categories, and it's very varied. So it's kind of difficult to explain all of public speaking in one video, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. In public speaking, there are so many different types of formats, and there are many different types of categories. However, the most famous ones are these three: impromptu speaking, interpretive reading, and persuasive speech. And they also have different names in different competitions, but these are the three gists. Impromptu speaking is basically a format where you're given a topic and you're given a short amount of time to think about that topic and then deliver a speech impromptu. That's why it's called impromptu speaking. It's one of the hardest forms of public speaking. Impromptu speaking is very similar to debate. It's basically, you're just given a topic and you're gonna talk on that topic and you're gonna make the best speech that you can. Persuasive speaking or oratory speech or prepared speech, they're all basically the same thing, same name for the same thing, is when you write a speech before the date of the competition, maybe even months in advance on any given topic, and then you deliver that speech in front of a judge. The reason why it's called prepared speech or persuasive speech or oratory speech is because you're given time to write out the essay, to flush it out, to make sure that the script is perfect, practice it a lot beforehand, and then deliver the speech in front of a judge. This type of public speaking is more similar to essay writing, because basically you're writing an essay and then you're delivering that essay in front of a judge. The next format is interpretive reading, or sometimes it's solo acting. But basically solo acting, interpretive reading, they're very similar in the fact that you have to get a text that was written by somebody else, and then you would read that text in your own way. It's very similar to drama. It's basically acting, where you take somebody else's words, maybe a short story or a play or a novel or a poem, and you're reading it out for the judge. And all that matters is how you read it, your expressions, the way that you move your body, the way that you say the words. It depends on the specific rules of that competition, but yeah, it's basically like acting. As you can tell, public speaking is very varied. Depending on the category in which you are doing, you are basically trying out a different muscle. Public speaking will test your ability to write, it will test your ability to act and be dramatic, it will test your ability to think really quickly and be logical and persuasive. This is why public speaking is so amazing. It forces you to learn so many different skills. There are also some public speaking tournaments where you also have to learn how to debate. However, why would you want to learn public speaking instead of debate sometimes? The main difference with debate and public speaking is that public speaking is an individual sport and debate is a team sport. There are people who love teamwork and working with a team and achieving success together. However, there are some people who just want to achieve success individually, and therefore public speaking can be the sport for these people. So how do you get started with public speaking? Well, you have to find a competition and then prepare for that competition, because the rules for public speaking is different per competition that you go to. And I have yet to find a singular public speaking tournament that is the same as another public speaking tournament. So where would you go if you wanted to get started? Well, you want to get started with one of those smaller public speaking tournaments. I would highly recommend a tournament run by a company called EduDrift. They run really good public speaking tournaments. Another great option for if you want to just get started is a competition called the Oratory Festival. And it's open to all ages. It's run by an organization in the UK, and they do a wonderful job running an online public speaking tournament. But there are local public speaking tournaments. There are public speaking tournaments all throughout the world. There are district-run public speaking tournaments. There are so many options out there. It's just a Google search away. And then once you get good at public speaking, there are 3 big tournaments that run annually that look amazing on a high school resume. The 3 tournaments are NSDA Nationals, National Speech and Debate Association, the biggest public speaking tournament in the United States, ESU IPSC, English Speaking Union International Public Speaking Competition, which is the biggest public speaking tournament in the UK, and WIDPSC, World Individual Debate Public Speaking Championships, which is an international public speaking competition that has a different venue in a different country every year. By the way, each of these 3 mega speech tournaments have different qualifier systems that you have to go through in order to even be able to go to the tournaments themselves. Sometimes you have to qualify through your country, sometimes you have to qualify through a district qualifier, sometimes you have to win a competition. It's different for all 3. I can explain all 3 in depth, but that would require an entirely new video. Success in any one of these 3 tournaments can mean your ticket to get into the prestigious university that you want to go to. However, that's not why you need to do public speaking. Public speaking is the best vehicle for you to build your confidence in yourself and your ability to speak in front of a crowd. It builds your critical thinking skills. It builds your writing skills. It builds your emotive and acting skills. Public speaking can give you so much as a student, and that's why you should definitely try this out. Well, yeah, that's my intro into public speaking, why you should try public speaking as a sport, and sort of an overview of the smaller and bigger tournaments on the scene right now. But if you are good at debating, if you are good at essay writing, you should definitely try public speaking for the first time. All right, have fun public speaking, and that's all from me today. Whee! Wait, am I recording? Please be recording. I'd be so sad if I'm not.